Om. यस्य नाहं कृतो भावः बुद्धिर यस्य न लिप्यते हत्वापि स इमां लोकान् न हन्ति न निबध्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम तत्सत. यस्य नाहं कृतो भावः. Yasya means one whose, na aham, one who does not do anything from ego, from the understanding that I am the doer, I am the enjoyer. I am the body mind complex. When you let go of these three, buddhir yasya na lipyate, one whose intelligence is not tainted by desires, one who is free from ego as well as desires, then whatever he does, he will never wobble. He will never make any mistake. No sin can touch him, ever. Let us practice it for a while. Any thought arising, try to understand this mechanism. That one small wave arises. The first one is, I am so and so. And along with that, right after that, how the entire thoughting process happens. How your personality, your habits, they get activated. How desires arise, how conditionings arise, and how your resolves about the future and past. A small thought arises, I have to make a call. My boss had asked me a question yesterday, and I had forgotten to give a reply to him. So it is important that I should give him a reply now. You were sitting in meditation, trying to experience, I am blissful, eternal awareness, pure choice, pure observation. I am one with the infinite. Now, all those thoughts, your absolute truth, it gets covered by, I need to make a call. I need to go to the kitchen and I have to make a coffee. I should take a bath first. I have yet to make the to-do list for the day. I'll forget so many things. So I will do the meditation later, but let me make the list now. How such small thoughts arise, and then you forget everything about what you were doing. Then you take out your mobile phone, call your boss tells you that these are the jobs that you have to finish today, and then you have to call some other people, and then in those conversations, new tasks are created. and it is endless. The whole day passes and you remain oblivious, forgetful of the fact that in reality you are blissful eternal consciousness, awareness. In no time you forget this is Maya. Krishna says, this Maya is very, very difficult to transcend. It's only one who has totally surrendered himself to me. When he uses the word me, it means the absolute truth, the divine will. One who 100% surrenders to me, only he is able to transcend Maya. So, for a few minutes, I am blissful eternal awareness. मैं नित्य चिन्मय आनंद प्रकाश. मैं नित्य चिन्मय आनंद प्रकाश. I am blissful eternal awareness. Keep a watch over how your mind is distracted. As soon as you become aware, ask the questions. Is there a mindness hidden in this dream? M factor is there. What is that M factor? Is that a dream or reality? If I am attached with the M factor, how do I feel? If I let it go, my sense of possessiveness, even the thought of a relationship, suppose I drop it because it is only a dream. If it were not there, what experience would I have? And then to whom the thought came? The natural reply would be to Siddhesh, to Amit, to Kamal, to Melanie, to Teresa, to Charo, to Ajay. Unless I am Ajay is there, the thoughts cannot arise. The thoughts have the foundation of ego. They must come to somebody. They must arise in somebody. If that ego itself has been demolished, if that ego is gone, then the thoughts have no base. They cannot come. That's why Ramana used to tell people that directly practice this who am I question. The rest is not necessary. But what I have seen is that these masters, they live on the 100th floor of a building. Their view is completely different from us ordinary mortals. Merely saying, just do the inquiry, who am I? Hardly anybody understands what it means. The mind is so lost in desires and expectations in future and past. It is not ready, this mind, to even understand this question, who am I? Just go to your relatives and ask them. Ask them to sit with their eyes closed and who are you? Ask them. Just see what reply comes from them. Your father will tell you, I'm your father. Your mother will tell you, I'm your mother. Why are you asking this question? There is almost zero possibility that a mind filled with desires and restlessness can even understand what to say of experiencing. That's why I thought that first the cleansing work has to be done. First, the inquiry and the mantras to gain stability, to gain purity. And then you will deserve this question also, the mindness as well as the I. So if a thought occurs, dissolve the thought with these two questions. Let us practice for a few minutes, please. Ask yourself, if I let go of the thought, I am the doer, मैं करता हूं, how would I feel? मेरा क्या अनुभव होगा तब? Arjuna asks one question. Bhagavad Gita, second chapter, 54th couplet. He says, Sthit Pragyasya ka bhasha samadhisthasya keshav स्थित धी किम प्रभाषेत किमासीत व्रजेत किम. One who is established in this knowledge. Sthit means established. Pragya, knowledge. One who is established in this knowledge. How do you define that person? How does he speak? How does he do his jobs, his responsibilities? How does he fulfill? How does he walk? How does he talk? स्थित प्रज्ञस्य का भाषा समाधिस्थस्य केशव. हे केशव, हे Krishna. One who has attained samadhi, samadhistha, who is established in samadhi. Sthit dhi kim prabhashet, how does he speak? Kim asit, how does he sit? How does he talk? Vrajet kim. Now, before I tell Krishna's answer, we need to appreciate the fact that what is effortless for a Ramana, a Ramakrishna, they are sthitadhi, they are samadhistha. That is the sadhana for us. That is the practice for us. They don't have to, sit and do the mantras on their fingers. They don't have to have any discipline in order to stay in their highest supreme state, oneness with the self. They are all the time there, naturally, effortlessly. But for us, whose minds still have desires, the ego it is still there. We have to practice staying in that state. So how does this person walk and talk and live? Krishna says, Prajahati yada kaman sarvan partha manogatan atmanyevatmana tushtaha sthit prajnas tadochyate. Prajahati yada kaman, one who has given up all desires, all expectations. Kamana, desires, that the present moment is not enough, it should change. Money wise, people wise, job wise, something or the other is required, and then I'll be happier. You remember that we did an assignment during the retreat, no ifs, no buts. I am happy, but I wish this could also happen. I would be happier if my boyfriend listens to me. I would be happier if my husband understands my needs. Any if present, you are already creating a distance, imaginary distance. So Krishna is saying that in his mind, the ifs and buts have been totally silenced. Prajahati yada kaman sarvan, all desires, all ifs, all buts, all expectations. This moment is complete in itself. Purnamada Purnamidam. And then he adds, once you do that, then Atmanyevatmana tushtaha. The self is residing in the self. The self is all the time experiencing itself. And one sees the self everywhere, in and out, in all manifestations. Unmanifested is the self, manifested also is the self. The world that appears to the senses is also the self. And the one eternal blissful awareness is the same self. Atmanyevatmana tushta is totally santushta, content living in the self. Sthit Pragyas tadochyate. Then he is said to be Sthit Pragya, established in the knowledge. He is established. For us, we have to make every possible sincere effort to stay there. Once in a while, we'll forget. The ego will once again raise its hood. We have to once again do the work to silence the ego. Imaginations will once again come up. Thoughting, restlessness will once again arise. Future, past will once again get active. We have to do the work to silence that. And keep on again and again coming back to the center. I am blissful eternal awareness. मैं प्रकाशमय, मैं आकाशवत. दुखेश्व अनुद्विग्न मनः, सुखेषु विगत स्पृहः, वीत राग भय क्रोधः, स्थित धीर मुनिरुच्यते. The previous shloka was the 55th shloka in the second chapter. This one is the 56th. Dukheshva anudvigna manaha. When the unpleasant circumstances come in life, he is anudvigna. No udvigna is there. No sadness, anger, irritation, boredom. Never. He does not get perturbed, disturbed, whatever the situation is. People will not understand him. He is very poised. People may not love him, may blame him. He is very quiet, calm. Your wife tells you, you are irresponsible. You are absolutely still. You don't have to convince anybody about your sincerity. But if somebody tells you a truth about you, somebody says, well, you do all this practice and yet your mind is very attached with this and that. You have to reflect. Perhaps God himself is trying to wake you up. झिंझोड़ रहे हैं तुमको कि अभी भी attachments बाकी हैं. Telling you that you still have attachments left. Big or small. What is the proof? Your mind is still restless. The restlessness cannot be there if you are 100% detached. So perhaps your wife is waking you up. Perhaps your boyfriend is waking you up. Perhaps your daughter is waking you up. You tell your daughter that you should not go for a tamasic boyfriend. The daughter may reply back, you should work on your tamas and don't teach me any lessons. That's not a moment to get angry with her. That's a moment to reflect. Of course, I also have tamas. I also get confused. I am also stubborn many times, adamant many times. I am also not able to arrive at the right decisions. Many times I have done so many confusing things. I have to wake up. Your daughter has become a mirror to you. Your boyfriend, he behaves in a manner that you feel he does not love you, though you are living under the same roof. Although he does not say this to you, and whenever you tell him to do some spiritual practice, he replies, you are so attached with me, you should do the practice. That's not something to get angry about. That is something that should wake you up. Yes, 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 he is right. What he's saying is right, so right. I am attached. And it's because of this attachment that I am not able to see that he is indifferent. I also let go of all my attachments. So, what is practice for a sadhaka, a seeker? It's a natural state of being for a siddha, one who has attained samadhi. Dukheshva anudvigna manaha. He does not get perturbed by any situation, any person, any circumstances. Sukheshu vigata spriha. This is also important. When the pleasant circumstances are going on in life, you don't want that they should continue all the time. Spriha. More and more of these circumstances should come in life. And what is going on should always remain. No. You know that even this will pass away. Nothing will remain. Today you are healthy, tomorrow you may get sick. Today you are making good money, tomorrow they may kick you out of the job. Today people respect you in the society, tomorrow they may not. They may have their own reasons not to. So whatever page opens, page of your life, in the life book, you are aligned with that page. That particular day, somebody is misunderstanding you, you are aligned with that. It's okay. What is going on in his mind is his business, not my business. So in sukha as well as dukha, in pleasure and pain, you are equally poised, equally peaceful. Dukheshva anudvigna manaha, sukheshu vigata spreya. Veet rag bhaya krodha. Sthit dhir muniruchyate. Your understanding is set to be stable and firm when you have transcended rag, dvesh, likings and dislikings, preferences, varieties. Normally it is seen that if you have a lot of money, that itself can become a cause of chaos in your mind, because now you have n number of choices. So the mind gets confused. I should go to this restaurant. No, no, no. Let me once again open the app. What other choices are there? I should order this dish. No, no, no. I think that one will be better. I should have this dress. No, I can have three. And along with that, I need a purse also, matching purse. And I need a clutcher also. And my makeup, my lipstick also should match this dress. The more money you have, the more problems you create for yourself. Many times it is seen, not with all the cases, but many times it's a possibility. You may become a shopaholic. Every day you need to go to a mall to do some shopping. You're mad for that. Every day you have to buy something from your mobile. Online shopping you do. When your mind is resting in the self, these things cannot be there. You will be living a very simple, minimalist life. Of course, if nature has given you the role of a king, then you will be performing the duties of a king. You will not be running away. That is, wherever you are placed, you just follow your dharma, living in the self. That I equals C has got a new understanding now, a new connotation now. I, who that I is, not Ajay is saying this. The self is ever complete. The notion of incompleteness is absent in the self. That's only a wave, a temporary wave, that I am incomplete and I need something else to be complete. No, you are no longer believing in that wave. Blissful eternal awareness, the constant awareness that you are. With rag, when you let go of desires and aversions, what happens? You transcend bhaya and krodha also. Fears, insecurities. They don't have any reason to be there in your mind. It's all because of desires that fears and insecurities and sadness, etc., arise. When you are already eternally complete, why should you fear anything? When you are one with the self, why should you fear anything? Why should you get sad? Your nature itself is, Swarup itself is bliss, Ananda. It's only when the mind becomes active that sadness arises. And mind becomes active because of ego and desires. So, dukheshva anudvigna manaha sukheshu vigataspreha. Veet rag bhaya krodha. You don't get angry at anybody. Of course, there is a possibility of a functional anger, showing firmness. That is not called getting angry. That is functional anger, showing anger. You have to tell your child something with firmness. You may do that. But inside, you are so peaceful, so complete, so quiet. On the surface, some waves can be seen, but deep inside, you are a marina trench. Deep inside, you are absolutely blissful. And of course, you are doing your following your responsibilities also. यह सर्वत्र नभिस्नेहः तत्तत् प्राप्य शुभाशुभम नाभिनंदति न द्वेष्टि तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता. You never get too excited. Nabhinandati, abhinandati, na dveshti. You don't hate anything. You don't get angry. You don't get disturbed by anything. Inside of you, the mindness is missing. Of course, living in the family, you are serving them all as you would serve Krishna, as you would serve whosoever you love the most, Christ, Buddha, the self. But deep inside, Nabhinandati na dveshti. No excitement is there. It is poise of the self. Yada samharate chayam kurmonganiv sarvasha. Indriyani indriyarthebhyah tasya prajna pratishtita. When a turtle sees a danger, it withdraws its limbs. And it's just the shell that you see. Everything else goes inside the shell. It protects itself. Similarly, your mind is completely withdrawn from the objects of the senses. You are in the shell. You have no need to go out of the shelf for your happiness. Think, right in this moment, all my sense organs are perfectly satisfied. My eyes, my ears, no X factors left. The responsibilities, the apparent responsibilities that are there, I only have to serve them without any demands, without any expectations. I just have to give love. Be a personification of compassion and love and care. And then whatever will happen, I'm ready for that. When you live like that, your spiritual understanding is said to be clear and firm, and a master lives in this state all the time. Vishaya vinivartante niraharasya dehinah rasavarjam rasopya asya param drishtva nivartate. When you start your practice, spiritual practice, they prescribe certain disciplines. It will become easy for you if you don't go partying every weekend, because you get affected there. If you don't indulge in sensual pleasures, they will tell you. Otherwise, you will be fanning the fire of desires. Some fools will tell you, even some spiritual teachers, that you should go for the fulfillment of desires and have desires. It's only through this way that you will be able to transcend desiring. Nobody has been able to do that in the history of the world. It's only by deep contemplation that you will be able to do that. It's only by renouncing, detachment, that the mind will be silenced, not by chasing the desires all the time. So the term used is sanyam. Control yourself, create a discipline so that practicing becomes easier for you. Don't create unnecessary hassles for yourself. Further, Krishna says, although the remnants of desires will remain in you, थोड़ी बहुत रह भी जाएगी अंदर डिजायर, पर तुमने एक डिसिप्लिन बना लिया, संयम से जीवन व्यतीत कर रहे हो. परम दृष्ट्वा निवर्तते. But when you will experience the self and you will be able to stay there, then param drishtva nivartate means the desires will automatically drop off. The restlessness will automatically drop off. Ones whose sense organs, the next couplet, tani sarvani sanyamya yukta asit matparaha vashe hi yasyendriyani tasya pragya pratishtita. One whose sense organs are effortlessly, like that tortoise, staying in that their centers. They have no need to go out. Then only your understanding is said to be clear and firm. And in a man of knowledge, wisdom, one who is established, is effortlessly living desirelessly. Ever content in the self, or ever content in devotion, bhakti, or both. So if you have the copies of Gita, please study these couplets. Second chapter, 54th is the question of Arjuna, and then 55th to 60th. Study them, contemplate upon them today. This is where we want to reach. This is where we are practicing every day. Shanti mantra. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah. Sarve Santu Niramayaha. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. May there be peace, peace, and eternal peace in the hearts of all of us and the hearts of all beings. Thank you so, so much. Thank you. Thank you.